Have you ever found yourself giving Blossom Barrage for a farmer? Giving your Lucky Clover for a tomato?
Julian!
Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Which one of you guys are giving a Blossom Barrage for a farmer or tomato? Anyways, if you guys are having trouble finding values, determining if what is good, the demand, if people really want this kind of unit, stats of the unit, and just things about the unit overall, be sure to check out Vaulted Value X. This pretty much has all of the unit itself and pretty much just things you need to know about the game, at least unit wise itself. It shows you if things are rising, if things are stable, if things are falling. As you can see, this confusion plant is pretty confused because it doesn't know what to pick between rising or falling. Yeah. So anyways, be sure to check this link out. I'll leave the link down below. It has it not only for unit but also game passes and just things about the game itself. And of course, also be sure to also check out Garden Tower Defense on Value, which is the OG value list, which is of course made by the game developers themselves. Be sure to make sure that you check out the value of all of this unit out, and it helps you guys at least know what is what, because I don't want you guys to get scammed. Some of you guys have been getting scammed lately. Y'all been giving Blossom Barrage for a tomato. I don't know who does this, but anyways, oh, that was me, right? Anyways, let's get right back to the video. What's up YouTube Warfare? Seeing today we're playing Garden Tower Defense. Now today's video, I know some of you guys have asked me to make a part 2 of an update, which is pretty much of how to get a lot of seeds in Garden Tower Defense, especially for noobs. If you're just starting out the game, I will do my best. Again, this is in some way not accurate, but I'm going to show you guys how I personally go about grinding seeds. If this does help you out, if it doesn't, you don't have to really focus on the video itself. If you just want to watch the video, I will be giving out a certain trick that I personally do to get a lot of seeds quicker. Again, if this video is somewhat helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and I really appreciate you guys for the support in my videos, and I hope I'm able to give you guys some more content about tips and tricks that could help you guys out in the game. So let's assume you start off the game, you have no seeds and such. I will drop down some codes that are working currently right now. I think there was like a small minor, just a code update pretty much about reaching 1 million players. So I'll drop some codes here that could help you guys get some seeds. Once you're able to get some seeds, what I recommend firstly is to get farmer. And farmer is in classical in the classic chest. Try to get the farmer. That is pretty much what you just want. And if you are lucky, get the palm tree. So farmer and palm tree, and obviously if you get like the pea shooter, you have extra luck. So out of this so far, you want farmer, chili, palm tree, and the pea in a pod. Once you get those, great. If you're lucky to get bloodvine, even better, honestly. So again, in the classical chest, you mainly want to focus on the farmer, chili pepper, palm tree, and the pea in a pod if you're able to get that. Now as for the classical or the crystal, well, I don't really know much about it. I don't really get any of the units. Mostly people go for the mango. If you're able to get the mango, cool. But again, I'm making videos for mostly lower players at the moment. And if you're a pro player, well, it's pretty obvious. So once you get those units, you don't really need the others. Honestly speaking, you just want to focus on only farmer for now. And if you're a pro player, I personally use the electric beetroot as my starter, and that is all you pretty much need really to just grind seeds. Now what I mean by this is I'll just unequip the electric and show you guys how I will personally go about on farmer. Now if you're a new player, there's a couple ways of grinding seeds. We have the infinite mode, we have the AFK mode, and we also have the survival mode, and of course we have the typical to play in the game mode itself. So something to keep in mind of is each game mode, the higher the difficulty is, the more seeds you get. So it doesn't really matter if you're playing on insane, nightmare mode or whatever, impossible or such and such. The map pretty much determines how much seed you get. So if you're doing easy mode on one of these simple maps compared to the easy mode on the insane map, which is the toxic facility, you do get more seeds from this compared to this guy. So I would highly recommend skipping all of this and just mostly focus on toxic facility. Again, your main goal is not to win, it's just to quickly get as much seeds as you can. Again, this is for noob players because a lot of people always try to win the game when that is really time consuming in some cases. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're able to win, you do get a lot of seeds, yes, but your main focus if you're a new player or if you're a low player and don't have really good unit is to get as much seeds as you can faster. So in this video, I'm gonna do just a comparison using only farmer and then electric beetroot. And again, in the middle of the video, I will post like a small clip of me actually, how I personally grind my seeds and such. If you guys want to use the trick, cool. If not, that's also fine itself. So what we're gonna do is first, we're gonna try out the AFK method first. Just the basic AFK lounge, just to see how much it gives at least in 5 minutes. Or just an average. Now yes, I have VIP and I have premium. I'm not sure if those affect it, but we shall see. So when you enter into the AFK lounge, as you can see, you sit back, relax, rewards, info. So this is all you pretty much need in order to get the best amount. As you can see, it takes around 30 minutes 30 seconds. You guys can do the math over there. But if you join the group, you get minus 30 seconds. If you get VIP, it's minus 30 seconds. If you have premium, it's minus 30 seconds. You get double seed pass also, which doubles your seed itself. So I'm gonna probably just fast forward this part until we get to how much seed we get. I believe you get 100 seeds or 200. I think it's 100 seeds per 3 minutes 30 seconds. However, I'm just gonna fast forward this part until once I receive the seeds, then we can do the calculation on that part. Okay, so as you guys can see, it takes 30 minutes 30 seconds to get 100 seeds. Now I would list the pros and cons about this. Now on to the next method, which is pretty much infinite mode. Now a lot of people have been using infinite mode for obviously for a lot of things. That include if you're trying to get the unit in here just for trading. Now if infinite mode is quite questionable because of it depends if you want to solo it or if you want to do it by yourself. But again, we are not doing for pros, we're doing it more for the lower people, and we're going to test this out. Again, I'm only using farmer at the moment. This is just for me to be able to speedrun most of these guys, and just because some farmers should be more easier for people to get in general. So all you're going to do is pretty much just play the game. Now obviously the downside of infinite mode is you can't really macro infinite, not that I know of anyways, and you have to be online for most of the time. Now so far you're able to place all your units in the game itself, you're all set to AFK. Now the only downside to this is, God forbid you get disconnected. If you grind for like 5 hours plus, you don't get your seeds. That is the downside of it. So you lose your seeds, you pretty much wasted your time. Your stats, I don't even believe it even saves on the leaderboard. So if you reach like wave 1000 and you get disconnected, it sadly doesn't save to the leaderboard that I know of anyways. Maybe they updated it where it does now, but so far that I know of, you can't really it won't register towards your leaderboard. But anyways, for endless mode, obviously you get siege, you get into the leaderboard, you even have a chance of getting even exclusive, well not exclusive but more of an leaderboard unit, which they have high value. So you get like a lot of perks and you get a lot of good stuff from endless mode if you are able to get at least around the top 50. However, the only downside is if you get disconnected, you won't really get your seats, unlike AFK mode where you actually do, even if you're disconnected, you still get your seats. So that's also something to be aware of. Now in survival mode, with this one here, you have to be very active in survival mode. And this one, I will say that it's time consuming. But if you're playing with friends, it could be fine. Maybe you're like in Discord, just having fun, playing around and such, you know. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's a nice experience. But if you are just playing solo, it does kind of get boring at times. You have to be very active. It's just the game mode itself is it's really tiring, let's just say that. However, the reward of this is amazing. And I honestly just recommend if you can, if you're going to be like very active in the game itself, I would definitely recommend doing this mode here. Now, like I said, it's pretty stressful because you always have to keep on being very active because you have to avoid taking damage. But the reward is outstanding. And I highly recommend doing this with players, doing this with friends, or just multiple people because this mode is probably one of the best for seeds. However, it does require a lot of sacrifice, good units, and time. A lot of time actually. You can do it for as long as you feel like it. You're in control. You get to do whatever it is that you want to do. And if you just want to end the game mode, you just have to take damage from the unit. So as you can see, we're in wave 9, it's already 330. Let's just take our damage and let's see how much seeds we get. As you can see, we got 900 seeds. Oh my god, 900 seeds for the same amount of time in AFK launch that you can get 100 seeds. So like I said before, if you're trying to get a lot of seeds, and the best method honestly would be survival mode. Now again, like I said, the downside of survival mode is you just have to be alert. You have to be active. And to avoid being bored, play with friends, play with even noob, just have fun. The more you guys are in the game itself, at least if three of you guys take damage, if there's four of you guys in the game, if three of you take damage, at least one person will still help you guys survive, you know, the game mode itself. So I'll probably put survival mode in S tier because of it's the best, one of the best way to get seeds, honestly speaking. It is the best seed. It's the best way. And the downside is you just have to be active and such. Now the next mode is obviously doing the typical map. If you guys want to, you can. But for the map side, we're going to try to do a toxic facility. Again, I'm only going to be using my farmer just to see how good it does. Again, your main goal is not to win. Your main goal is to get as much seeds as you can. If you are able to win, amazing. But again, you need better units in order to win this kind of game. So we're going to put, of course, farmer over here, and we're just going to see how well he does. We're going to see if it can last around 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And we shall see how well most of this unit. So far, farmer is actually doing very good for a starter. I'm actually really surprised. I mean, some people are passing by, yes, but he's holding pretty good, especially for a noob unit. Now, obviously, I don't think he's going to really survive this. But so far, it's like 30 minutes already, and we got 200 seeds. Which actually is funny because of this is less than 1 minute. So this is around like 37 seconds. Let's say 40 seconds. It gives 20 seeds. That is good. Because all you have to do is just play again, do this, do that, and just place one. You can even place even one farmer if you want to. Again, this again is for noob players, or if you're a mid player, you just want to get seeds faster. Just place one farmer, try to upgrade him, and that's it. Now again, it's not really too efficient compared to like Survivor, but at least if you're trying to be like a lazy man method and such, this might be your way to go. So again, as for ranking, I'm probably going to put the ranking over here just to sort out things. Again, this is already, yeah, 37 seconds, we get 200 seeds each time. So pretty much 40 seconds, we get 200 seeds. So again, I'm going to put the stat of what I believe personally is like the best way. And obviously, I'll show you guys my method of how I personally go about grinding seeds. So, how I used to go about it is obviously I do survival mode if I am in game. If I'm not in game, I'm just saying. If I am in game, as you can see, hey, Sneaky Nicky, nice. He also got it also, nice. All right. So, how I personally go about it is I do this. Actually, I should have added him. I didn't add him. I should have added. That's my bad. So, how I personally go about it is I do impossible mode. Always click impossible mode. Your character, make sure your character is next to, at least closer to where the unit spawn. Place your beetroot where your unit is and just upgrade him. Just upgrade your beetroot, and that is all you're doing. Now, yes, you do move around the map, you do spawn in different location, so you do have to be in some way, you have to be in game for this method. Again, I'm not macroing, I'm actually clicking. As you guys can see, I'm over here just in case. And you just want to upgrade your units to 1000. Once you do that, now personally I used to delete my units in this case, but sometimes I just let my unit survive until like wave 6 and then I lose the game. So around this time, once the unit that have more HP starts spawning, I delete my beetroot because I'm trying to speed run this, as you can see. So I'm going to delete my unit and then let these guys pass by. The reason why I do this is because I'm trying to speed run this as much as I can because of this fast unit. They're going to pass these guys way faster than how these guys are going. I'm trying to speed run this pretty much as I can, and it also gives me at least enough of seeds. I believe it gives maybe 500 seeds. I can't remember. It has been a while that I've done this. Yep, 500 seeds in 1 minute 27 seconds for 500 seeds. And all I gotta do is click play again, impossible mode, and I'm always, if I need to adjust my unit, my person, sure, but most of the time I spawn in the same location and I just have to keep on pressing this and press E. That is all I pretty much have to do. Just upgrade my unit. Once you reach a certain wave, I just delete my unit and let the you know, let my game just pretty much end right there. Now again, there's different ways of grinding for seeds. Again, this is the method of how I personally go about it. Now obviously I can easily win the game because I have the unit to win this game, but I don't really have much time to grind. Let me say I'm kind of lazy, honestly. As we all know, we're all lazy in most cases, but this is the method that I personally use. So I get around, give or take, 1000 seeds as survival, but unlike survival I just have to stay in one place and upgrade one unit and that's it. However, survival you have to walk around all the time in order to get the seed. So as you can see, sometimes you get 400 seeds, sometimes you get 500 seeds. It varies, but at least it average out to 1000 seeds per at least 30 minutes or even more. So again, this is something to keep in mind of. There's different methods of how to get seeds, but this is the method of how I personally go about it. So I hope this method is able to help you guys out with getting seeds. If you guys do find any other tricks or tips that you guys want me to investigate on how to get seeds better in the game, let me know down below. Yes, I know that beetroot is pretty hard to get. I will try to get enough to be able to donate to you guys. And again, like I said, once we reach 6k subscribers, I will donate one blossom barrage or one rose beam. So that depends on you guys. You guys will get to pick which unit you guys want, and I will donate one of that unit to you guys with other divine and mythical unit. But anyways, thank you guys very much for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching this video to this part. If you guys got here, be sure to type in this code right down below, and if you're able to pull that code, once I'm trying to donate the blossom barrage or the rose beam, I will put your name 30 times on the wheel. As some of you guys might have known, in my live stream I always put people who participate in my stream twice, but in this time, if you guys do type this code down below in the chat, you guys will get your name in the wheel when I'm going to be spinning for this guys 30 times. Okay, thank you guys very much for the support, and I hope I will see you guys next time. Peace.